Good morning. Guten Morgen. All right, ready to go. Hope everybody's having a good day. Before we get started, I wanted to talk about accountability buddies and give it a nice name, right? I see other people using that too. It's good. It's a good one. Accountability buddies, right? When you first get sober, you should have at the very least 3. Very least. Okay? And you can make them different people. I have 4 accountability buddies, right? And I'm coming up on 5 years sober. I don't know if I have enough. You don't want to spread yourself out too much, right? These are people that keep you accountable. I have a professional accountability buddy. I go to them because my sponsor doesn't understand my business like this other person does. I have a lot of different facets in my life. So, especially if you are new, go get a sponsor. You can call them closed mouth friends if you want to. I don't care. All right. One can be a therapist. One can be your priest or pastor, or even just friends. Okay. I have some friends that are, I start going outside my path because they know my path. Hey, Dion, they knock me back to my path. And usually they're fairly gentle about it. Usually. Sometimes no, because I'm just really focused on it and they need to, slap me. I don't even know why they put these trays in here. I never use them. The only thing they're good for is knocking out my knees. So, all right. So that's what I kind of wanted to go over today before. Weird noises going on upstairs. All right. I noticed everybody was posting the daily reflections already from today, so I decided to go with the ODAT today, one day at a time. And I'm speaking on May 28th. I just kind of flipped through till I found something. I tend to, if the topic doesn't kind of fit what's going on, then I try and find one that does. So, either way, it all works out. So, we have all had times when we felt alienated, when it seemed we had nowhere to run and no one to turn to. When we don't know which way to turn, when there seems to be no one to help us, even then we are not alone or without help. The presence of God is always with us. Okay? The question is, are we going to be open-minded enough to let him in? Now, in the beginning, this can be kind of tough, right? Remember I talked about those accountability buddies, right? If you're feeling lonely, okay? Because you may not have that conscious contact in the beginning, okay? Sometimes it happens for people real quick. For me, it didn't. When I was younger, it did. But as I got older, I actually learned to appreciate the ones that come over time. I tend to learn a lot more. So, forgot to do if you are here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. If you have a topic, let me know. I don't think I've done that in a few days, actually. Because people have been commenting. Whoa, let me know. I don't think I've done that in a few days. Gosh. When we need strength or courage or comfort, God is there with us as the help we need. Even before we turn to God, his love reaches out to us. His loving spirit in us hears our cry and answers us. Do I truly believe that I no longer need to be alone? Okay. Now they're asking, do I truly believe? Okay. Morning, Lori. It's good to see you. Keep posting. I'm loving your stuff. Gary, good morning. I hope you're doing well. We've been praying for you, honey. Fuck cancer. Fuck you, dude. All right. I don't get angry very often, but fuck cancer, man. All right. Page 28 out of the big book. We in turn sought the same escape with all the desperation of drowning men. What seemed at first a flimsy reed has proved to be the loving and powerful hand of God. A new life has been given us, if you prefer, a design for living that really works. Wow. A promise on page 28. Weird stuff, man. Weird stuff, right? So what you said, remember I was saying, it takes time, okay? And it takes practice, right? Just like with any relationship, it needs to be built on time and trust, okay? In this case, trusting that God is doing for us that we could not do for ourselves, right? So in the beginning, we can trust that. Let's say you can't do that yet. That's okay. That's all right. Let's say, are you willing to do that? That's really all you need, and that's that flimsy reed they're talking about. Is the willingness, and it's trust me, it's more than enough for a start. All right, okay. The distinguished American psychologist William James, in his book Varieties of Religious Experience, indicates a multitude of ways in which men have discovered God. See, there's all different sorts of ways. You know, mine was kept very, very simple, and I needed that. It was kept very, very simple. Dion, this is God. God, this is Dion. That's how my spot. Literally, that is how he did it. We have no desire to convince anyone that there is only one way by which faith can be acquired. If what we have learned and felt and seen means anything at all, it means that all of us, whatever our race, creed, or color, are the children of a living creator with whom we may form relationships upon simple and understandable terms as soon as we are willing and honest enough to try. That shit's almost automatic. As soon as you are willing, be willing and honest, go to a meeting. And open your mouth. I'm new. I'm not supposed to talk. No, open your fucking mouth. Okay? It's all right. You're going to find something much bigger on the other side. Right? Okay? And if you can't do that yet, then be willing to do it. Okay? As soon as we are willing and honest. Okay? Shit will change. Those having religious affiliations will find here nothing disturbing their beliefs or ceremonies. There is no friction over such matters. I personally, it does not matter to me. Okay. What I think is neat is that I get to learn all these different spiritual cultures, which add to my higher power. You know, why would I cut myself off from learning something new because I think that they might be wrong? Look how wrong I was before I got here. So maybe I might be wrong on some other stuff. This is my Mandalorian shirt, by the way. just out of nowhere. By the way, this is my Mandalorian shirt. Excuse me. We think it no concern of ours what religious bodies or members identify themselves with. I think I am like severely dehydrated. I'm going to go drink a ton of water after this. We think it no concern of ours what religious bodies our members identify themselves with as individuals. This should be an entirely personal affair with each one, which each one decides for himself in the light of past association or his present choice. Not all of us join religious bodies, but most of us favor such memberships. In the following chapter, I'm looking at a chapter. Okay. In following chapter, there appears an explanation of alcoholism as we understand it, then a chapter addressed to the agnostic. Many who were once in this class are now among our members. Surprisingly enough, we find such convictions no great obstacle to a spiritual experience. Further on, clear-cut directions are given showing how we recover. These are followed by 42 personal experiences. Each individual in their personal stories describes his own language and from his own point of view the way he established his relationship with God. And under that I have written, these are directions on how to tell your story in a speaker meeting. And you do that by showing your point of view, the way you established a relationship with God. These give a fair cross-section of our membership and clear-cut idea of what actually happened in their lives. We hope no one will consider these self-revealing accounts in bad taste. Our hope is that many alcoholic men and women desperately in need will see these pages, and we believe that it is only by fully disclosing ourselves and our problems that they will be persuaded to say, yes, I am one of those too, and I must have this thing. A lot of things kind of came up to me while I was reading that. My sponsor was big on a lot of things. But it is important for us to speak in meetings. He told me, Dion, number one, if you go to a meeting and you don't speak, don't go. I know my sponsor was kind of mean to me. All right. He's like, you're not picking up friends and stuff here. And he was right. I didn't pick up any friends from that meeting. Okay. I had acquired friendships, but nothing that is unique and priceless in the form that we're necessarily talking about. The other thing that I kind of want to bring up is there's usually a time limit, right? Usually a time limit in our meetings, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, okay? He told me, Dion, if you cannot say what you need to say in 3 minutes, then you need to rethink on what you need to say, okay? When I speak in a meeting, very rarely does the timer need to tell me I'm done, right? Because I say what I need to say and then I shut up, okay? I don't fill it full of a bunch of other stuff, okay? This is not the Dion hour. No, I get my 3 minutes and that's it, okay? Don't be a selfish fuck, man. If you need to talk beyond 4 minutes, you probably need to talk to your sponsor. I think that's kind of the point, okay? And it kept me from bitching in meetings, right? Because I only had a certain amount of time. My sponsor was really good at this stuff. Is really good at this stuff. He's on the board for York Street. Yeah, that's how we brag now, right? My sponsor is on the board at York Street. So there. He doesn't give a fuck. May I never be alone, even in a place by myself, if I take time to talk to my higher power. May God be my companion, my joy, my ever-present help in trouble. May the knowledge of that constant presence fill me with calm, so that I will not fear either the solitude of my own room or alienation in a room full of people. Today I'll remember, listen for the presence of God. Right? I will not fear either the solitude of my own room. So that's a big fear for a lot of people. Personally, I enjoy it. So I kind of have to watch how much I do that. Okay. Because I enjoy it so much that I can just go about my day. Da, 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 da. No, I got stuff that I got to, that God wants me to get done. Okay. Or I don't get this calm. I don't get the constant presence. Okay. When God does something for me, I double down. Okay. Then I go do a couple more things. Okay. And that's a working relationship. He gives me things to do, and I do that, and I do them for him. And I stay away from alcohol, and I help his children. So we both get something out of this. Right? Right? We're at 15 minutes, and I got to go get ready for a podcast. So, all right, guys. I will be back tomorrow. We have a podcast coming out today. I'm saying that, but something in my stomach is just, I hope they don't no call, no show. So, I don't know. That, and I don't like making promises. It's not recorded. So, all right, guys, have a great day. I love you all. Peace out and have a day.